heart attack. Fast, fatal, hard impact. Past painful scars, in fact, I blast tasteful bars and pass. I back up my actions, fact, don't ask, grab reactions, jacked, attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused, call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose. Pick a new submerged juice. I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now. Y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember you're discreet now. Get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kirusho here, and now, before we do continue, let's give a brief little review. Now, in the last part we had Deku and Katsuki. We also had Bakugo and Izumi. Now, these four, they found themselves in a very strange situation. However, it's a little bit more complex than it does look on the surface. Now, Bakugo and Izumi, both of these two disappeared from the world that Deku and the female Bakugo were in. Now, that isn't particularly odd. However, there is just one thing. 28 days passed in that time before Deku and the female Bakugo, they jumped to the next world. Now, they are not in the same worlds. In the world that Bakugo and Izumi are in, there is a bird in place of the sun, and that doesn't make sense. However, in the world that Deku and the female Bakugo are in, there is the sun, just they're normal. However, there's also another issue. Deku's starting to begin to get memories of this world, and they are coming at him fast. Now, with that being said, we actually do cut over to Bakugo and Izumi, where Deku, yeah, that does work here. Deku, she actually is having some trouble, and she is trying to go about the quest. They are adventurers in this world, and right now, they need to make money. Since the amount they have for the inn at the current moment, it's keeping them afloat. It's paying for their money, their weapons, their gear, and, in case they get injured, the potions they would need. Now, Izumi, she does currently run a dungeon with Bakugo, and the two, after making their way through waves and waves of enemies, there is where they do meet the boss. We do actually currently have Izumi, who she is running around the area with both of the blades in her hands. And she actually is going to pass by Bakugo. As whenever the two do actually pass by one another, they do both going to turn and fire off their own attacks. Bakugo launching explosion magic as it's going to cast it, directly blasting the creature as it is going to somewhat slump down onto the side. As Izumi, she actually is going to start casting a very powerful spell. Her bringing up both of her hands, as whenever she does going to cast it, a shard of ice just go flying through the air at a high speed. It stabbing into the large creature as both Bakugo and Izumi do rush towards the creature. Now, the two do take it down after they are able to slice into its other appendage and get it closer to the ground, where they're able to actually attack the body and kill the creature. Now, there is after everything is said and done, and Bakugo, he finds it strange. They've been here for a while, and, well, they haven't jumped. Why is that? Okay. Well. Alright. Bakugo? Huh? What's up? You alright? Yeah, just, thinking. That's all. You sure that that's it? Yeah. What's next? Bakugo gonna stand up. Him getting off of the creature's back. As Izumi does gonna talk about how that was it. What do you mean? That was the last quest of the day. I mean, that was all we really had to do. The creature, saving that one town, finding that thing. I mean, we got all the quests done. We said we'd only be doing 5 a day. Really? Because I could still keep going. Bakugo, are you sure? I mean, I'm almost out of magic. Yeah, no, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'll need a potion. Bakugo, we already said we wouldn't use potions. They're only for dire circumstances. Besides, you used your other potion earlier. I got it. But we can't just... Bakugo, are you alright? No! Jesus. How can you even ask me that? We've been here for how long, Izumi? How long? Tell me. 'Cause I don't know why. I'm having gaps in my memories. I think it's been 2 weeks, but then I hear 3. Then I hear 4. Then I hear 5. Then I hear 12. I remember 2. I remember 3. I remember 5. I don't remember 4. So tell me, how long do you think we've been here? Because clearly whatever the hell is going on, it's affecting us. There was only that shit with the lake. How do you explain that? I can't. Okay. Bako, it's been 4 months. Right. Right. Sorry. I just... No, Bakugo, I get it. Okay? It's been a while. Besides, I still miss my best friend. Me too. Do you think that they're okay? Well, I'm not sure. Do you think that they're together, or did they get split up too? I don't know, but that raises a question. Yeah, I think I know which one you're talking about. Now, these two do both stare at each other. As Bako, he's thinking about what it might mean. He knows for a fact they're jumping through worlds, and they're living through versions of themselves. But that raises a question. What if they go to a world where they're dead? Or a world where they're, well, you know, dying, or in the process of dying? Or what if they die possessing their own body? Does that mean that they just don't exist? I mean, there's so many questions here. And the logic, there's nothing to understand about it. Trying to follow it is this over here, this over here. It's confusing. Now, Izumi should try to calm Bakugo down, expressing how they need to break and have dinner. Since the sun's going down, and if he does want to do one last quest, there is a hunting quest for tonight. And she did somewhat see it posted earlier. Hunting quest? Yeah, it's easy. Besides, I think you'll really enjoy it. Fine. Fine. Yeah, that works. Sorry I snapped on you. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Besides, my memory has been somewhat strange too. It has? Why haven't you mentioned this? Because if I did, you'd freak out. Now, Bakugo, her going to step forwards and bring a hand up onto his arm, talking about how he should just calm down and remember. If anything does change, they would feel it. They notice it. I mean, hasn't he had that feeling before? I think so. Alright. Okay. Right. Sorry. Yeah, let's go get something to eat. The two walking away. We do currently cut over to Deku and Bakugo, or the female version, where these two, they're currently doing their own thing as well. And right now, it's sort of weird. They've been here for a while as well. Deku predicted the last day where they thought they'd be here, and whenever they should have woken up in another world or walked through a doorway and suddenly reappear somewhere else, it didn't happen. I mean, whenever the two woke up, they were just back in the same room. Uh, so, what do you think we're gonna be doing here? Oh, that's easy. See those guys over there? I see them, but my sensing skills aren't as high. Yeah, listen, we gotta take them down, and then when we can, we need to get in there. These guys are holding people hostage, and if we allow them to continue what they're doing, they're gonna do some dumb shit. And those people, there's a reward for them. Alright? You ready? I am, but are you gonna fire the arrow? Yeah, I will. Alright. Just, hang on a minute. Deku gonna focus. And we do actually have from his point of view. He is aiming down and looking, as he actually does feel his senses sharpen to a point where he does see the person standing there. To Deku, they look like they're about 5 or even 10 feet away from him. However, in reality, they're very far away. And Deku, he does go slightly aim up and fire it off. As we do actually where Bako just go running over. Now, Bako goes off into a full-on sprint. And right now, Deku, he actually has to go to reload. Him pulling another arrow out and then going to pull it back. As whenever he does so, he's going to fire off at another person. And we do actually have inside the bandit camp, where the prisoners, they do actually watch the man. Someone was looking up. And whenever they did go to see the guy, he was standing there with a big smile. However, all of a sudden, there's an arrow plop right down into his collarbone. And it does hit a very bad spot. It hits just right there above the armor into the neck. And the other guy, whenever he does going to hear his friend fall over, he actually is going to run over. Him about to turn, as whenever he does so, he does get shot directly in the side of his own neck. And Deku, he does go somewhat wince, since he didn't aim that one high enough. Now, the guy, he does go somewhat fall over and slump over. Him about to try and talk, as we actually hover, a commotion has happened. A loud boom is heard, and flames can be heard spewing through the area. And Bakugo, she did something that she thought would be a bit easy. Start a fire, and let it eat through their defenses. Quite literally. Now, Bakugo, she would go to somewhat run away. As for some people to go to spot her, they do go to turn and run after her. Some people are trying to draw arrows, as she does just keep running with a shield on her back. Now, she's going to dive behind a tree. As whenever some people are after her, there's 5 people approaching. And Deku, he does go somewhat walking behind them. Him pulling out his large sword and getting ready. As he does go to pull out a dagger in his other hand. Now, Deku, he does go to walk up. As the person, they're trying to tell Bakugo that she needs to come out now, and if she does surrender, they will not harm her in any way. As old man is talking about that, there is where the knife does get sent flying through the air and smashing in the back of the person's head. Them falling forwards as the other people do go to turn around. And Deku will go to express, as he does go to grab his waist and pull off a battle axe. That does seem to be very bad. However, now instead of a 5v1, it's 2 against 4. We outnumber you. You won't get away with that. Besides, there's more than 4 of us. There's got to be at least 20. Oh, you poor bastards. Alright, then it's at least a bit of a fair fight. Now, the guy, he is confused. However, Bako, she does go to pull herself out from behind the tree and go to bring up her hand. her immediately blasting flames into the men. As for the guy who was approaching her did go to see her step out, he saw her a bit too late, him just turning around and watching as the flames they singed into his skin. Now, this actually was where the men did go to turn around, them seeing Bako spewing flames from her body. And they would go try and run. However, Deku he quickly charged in and attacked, the men trying to defend themselves as they were killed. Now, there actually is where the two do walk into the camp. And after the men who were trying to deal with the flames tried to put them out, they were dealt with. They were all gathered in one area. And what's the best thing to do whenever they're gathered in one simple little area? You light a bag full of gunpowder and a few other substances and toss it right at the enemy. And after that went boom, yeah, things were a lot easier from there. They freed the people who were captured here and even tried to help point them in the right direction. As whenever people came into town, they saw these two. And Deku, he was actually a bit more happy by this. The world they're in, the life he's living here, it's not good. He fell into a bad crowd. I mean, quite literally. He was with people who were mercenaries, and they seemed to be getting a little bit more violent. Too much for his blood. And, well, after the memory he lived it for himself, he needed to leave. He could still feel the water. That made Deku just think, as Bako is going to tap him on the arm, asking him if he's okay. Yeah, I'm fine. Are you sure? 'Cause we should be celebrating. We saved those people. Yeah. We just, right. Yeah, I understand. But I mean, it's not anything we haven't done before. Right. Izuku, just think about it like this. How many lives did we save today? 50. We saved 58 lives today. Now, how many did we take? Just this one camp or one of the others? No, Izuku. From that place, how many did we take? We took 28. Don't you think that 8 is a coincidence? I don't know. It means that while we took 28 lives, we saved 30. More than half of them are alive. Barely. Barely is still good. Besides, they're all healthy, they're all fine. And look, we're gonna turn his head, as Deku to see a family reunited. And the man, he's crying tears while holding his son. The young man, he ran off, and he thought that he could stop whatever happened here. He thought he could try to save people. And right now, the man, he's talking to his son about exactly how much trouble he's in. And Deku, he does this one smile. His mind having it flash in his head a memory that this version of himself had. It's whenever he was a lot younger, and he was just a boy. He remembers, well, his father dying. He was a noble man, but ultimately, being a bad guy, it messed him up. Huh. This, that's good. Now, Bako just doesn't see Deku smile. Ash just talk about how that's a lot better. What? That's a lot better. Now, you gloomy head, are you done hating yourself? Or do you want to save more lives? Um, how about we break for lunch? Really? Yeah, yeah. I just want to think, is all. Mitsuku, what are you thinking about? Well, I'm thinking about whether or not I want a apple ale or a cherry. I mean, that's a really good flavor. Hmm. Okay. Or are you thinking about why we've been trapped here for a while? There is that. I don't know. But we're doing good work while we're here. These people won't forget it. I mean, if they do, we'll be long gone by the time they do. Besides, at least we'll leave a good mark on this world. Huh. Right. Sure we will. Izuku, it's alright. Hell, you make the same face she does whenever she's sad. Really? Exact same one. It's almost. It's almost good to see in a way. Right. Anyways, um, there's a bar down the street. Right. Alright. And then what are we gonna do afterwards? Both the two walking out. As Deku does try to talk. Maybe actually get back to work. So, what next then? Hmm? What do you mean? Whenever we jump again? I mean, when do you think that will be? Don't know. But right now, it's like you said, we gotta try and do what we can. And right now, what I can do is see how much ale I can drink before I can't walk anymore. Okay, how about we just start with 2? Or we start with 4? Hmm. You see, now I like where you're going with that, but how about we just start with 2? Then see if we want the second beer. Fine, fine. Whatever you say, Mom. Yeah, sure. Anyways, uh, okay, we're here. The two walking inside. As you do actually have what they do sit down, order food, and get some drinks. Now, the person here, they're starting to begin to recognize these two, since they always seem to come here sometimes after missions, or just when they need something to either eat or drink. And the person, they do somewhat set down the beers and look directly at Deku, talking about how their food will be out in a minute. Thank you. Well, look at that. They're going to walk away. As Bako does talk about how she's totally into him. What are you talking about? Are you serious? You didn't see her? Uh, I saw her, yeah, but what do you mean? Deku somewhat take a drink. As he does go to quickly gulp this down a bit faster, since it actually does taste pretty damn good. Now, Bako, she'll go to bring her mug up to her mouth. Her taking a small sip, talking about how the girl was giving Deku the googly eyes. The what? Googly eyes? Come on. I mean, it was obvious. She was staring at you like you were a fucking bronze statue. Uh, I don't know about statue. Uh, are you serious? Have you looked at yourself? I have, yeah, but I mean, what's so special about this? Deku bring his hands up. As Bako, she does somewhat look directly at Deku, looking down and then looking back up. As Deku, he is currently wearing a bear pelt around his shoulders, and he does have a sword wrapped around his back with a handle, or at least a something to hold it on his back, since I cannot for the life of me think of the name of it right now. Now, As Deku does have that, he does have his pants, his shoes, and the belt around his waist that does hold different items. And Deku, he does also have a beard covering his face and shorter hair. Now, Baka does straight up just tell Deku that Deku, he looks impressive. And the chick, she's checking him out because she thinks he's hot. Okay, alright. Listen, I don't believe you. Are you kidding me? Look at you. I have, trust me. I've seen just about enough of me. Okay, fine. Her going to someone start drinking a bit faster. As Deku, he does put down his mug, and the last amount of it does somewhat go to swirl around inside. As Deku, he does go to try to take a look around. As one of her senses do pick up on it, he is going to turn directly to Bakugo, talking about how that guy over there is staring at her. Who? Over there in the booth. He's sitting down with people in red and blue. And he seems to be wearing the green shirt. Her gonna turn her head. As Deku to tell her not to look. What do you mean? How am I supposed to look at him? Use your senses. Come on, dial them up a bit more. Fine. Let me just... Her gonna bring up her hand. And open up her inventory. As whenever she is gonna put silver points into it, she'll start to pick up on it. She can actually start to feel his gaze. And whenever she does pick up on that, she's going to turn her head to look directly at the person. Then quickly going to look away as Bakugo, she was going to look back towards Deku. Okay, that was stupid. What? I mean, I'm just saying that was stupid. Are you serious? Why would he be staring at me? Okay, we are really not about to play this fucking game, are we? What game? And you called me dense. Okay. You're a pretty girl, you're a tough chick, and you know how to fight. Besides, you're a high-level adventurer. What more needs to be said? Plus, you're pretty good with your magic. Okay, yeah, sure. You're just saying all that shit to make fun of me. Actually, I wasn't. What do you mean? Deku turning back to Bakugo, talking about how she knows when to cast magic pretty well. And even though it may not be explosive magic, she actually does know how to control fire pretty good. Well, I mean, it wasn't that hard. Plus, I already knew how to use it. Sure. Is that why you asked me for help once? Okay, that was because I needed help activating it. And you almost lit yourself on fire. So, how about you be careful with it? 'Cause you're buying yourself new pants next time. That was not funny. It was pretty funny. Now, the two will continue to drink. As whenever the lady does bring back their food, Deku, he does go somewhat stare at her for a minute. As she does keep Deku's gaze until she actually is called over. And Deku, he can see it now. Yup, she was right. Okay, well, he's already finished the sale. Another! Now, with that we do actually cut over to Bako and Izumi, where the two, they went into this place. Now, the mission, it was quite easy. However, Izumi, she somewhat lied to Bakugo. Only a little bit. As the two, they walk into the forest and into an area where it's somewhat lit up. And Bako, he is confused as there's a small festival around here. Huh? What is this place? Where's the quest? Bakugo, this is the quest. Okay, what do you mean? What I mean is We're gonna have fun. Besides, I hear that gonna be music, and there actually will be a bard playing. Okay. Does he take requests? Depends on what you want him to play. I don't think they know anything from this place. Or our place. This place seems very simple. I mean, besides, the melodies, they're nice. You might actually get out of your bad mood. It's not a bad mood. It's worry. I know it's worry. However, if you just worry so much, whenever we do jump, you'll be worried again about the next one. And who's to say it won't be another 4 months? Or even a year? Okay, I get where you're coming from. But what about money? We're good on money. Besides, her is going to open up her inventory. As Marisha is going to pull something out, Baku does watch it manifest in her hand. As she is going to hold up a simple outfit, telling Baku to get dressed. You can't be serious. Nope. Her going to open up her own inventory. And pressing down on the thing, as Marisha is going to have her body get covered in this strange glow, there is where it is going to dissipate whenever her new outfit is going to appear. And Baku is going to watch. As she's surrounded and reappears just in a dress? Oh. How does it look? It looks good. Alright. Baku going to equip the item. As whenever he does manifest in his simple clothing, the two do walk in. And right now they do get to look around. Surprisingly, there's a lot of stuff here. I mean, it just seems to be almost modern in a way. See how far you can shoot the water stone to see what element you can use? Oh, this and that. It just seems sort of simple. I mean, hell, there are magical items for sale here too. And then whenever the music starts to play a bit more, and there's actually people handing out ale, that's also a bit happy too. Now, everybody by the end of the night, they are completely and utterly drunk. And some people, they actually are still singing some tunes that the people are playing. And we actually have Bakugo. Him and Izumi, they have been pacing themselves. However, with the fact that right now the two are currently stumbling back to the inn, they are trying to keep composed. So how was that? It was pretty funny. But what about tomorrow? Are you sure you're okay? I told you I'm fine. Besides, just gonna be hungover tomorrow. Yeah, that's pretty apparent. You really went for it, huh? Whenever someone bets you a free ale, you gotta take it. And you won. Told you I would. Now, Izumi does gotta think. That was actually pretty funny. There were some people actually actively fighting over there. And when the fact was that this was just bare fist, it surprised her for Bakugo he was bet to try and last at least 2 or 3 rounds against the big guy. And Bakugo he happily accepted it. Since they had a very particular drink he was just dying to try. And he won. Now, with that being said, the two do get back to the hotel room. And whenever Deku, she does go to someone to lay Bakugo into the bed, she's going to someone sit down. Her going to get a few things ready on the floor, sends Bakugo. He's going to need to gather his thoughts when he wakes up. Along with that, she's going to keep him over on this side and move her stuff towards the edge of the bed. That way Bakugo doesn't spew chunks. Well, at least on her. Now, Izumi, she actually is going to move her stuff. And Bakugo, he does try to ask Izumi a question. And Izumi, she just going to freeze hearing it. Do you think we'll ever see them again? What are you talking about? You know what I meant. You you must have been thinking it, right? Um, I'm sure we'll see them again. Uh, I just I had to ask. It's been bothering me. I thought about it too. All we can hope for is that they're okay and that they're together. Right. I worry about him. You do? Yeah. He's he's my only friend. My only real friend. I don't know what to do if he'd get hurt. I mean, the two of us, we're best friends. We're you're very close. Yeah. All right. Well, let's just say for right now, they're okay. And they're together. I mean, so far, it seemed like anytime anything weird happened, everyone stuck together at least somehow. And while this is the strangest combination yet, I'd say the next jump we have, we run into them. At least ourselves and check to see if we're okay. And if they're still together. Because otherwise, the next jump and the ones after that, we don't know what will happen. Right. Right. Okay. I got it. Just give me a minute. Now, Bako does gonna fully lay down. And right now Izumi, she does gonna get back to what she was doing. As she's just gonna turn back and continue laying down onto the floor. Just think about it. She's had the thought go across her mind. I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, who's to say anything is right now? And then what about home? What about her dad? I mean, if all this time that's been passing for them is passing in their world, if it's the same time frame that they're experiencing, then that means that they've already lost a lot of time for UA. And that does hurt. I mean, granted, the reality they were in, they aged up 5 years, but whenever they return back, they go back, they'll be themselves again, right? Before this entire crazy fiasco happened, they will go back home, right? Now, that's what the two are currently thinking. And this is the odd part. They're not sure what to do. I mean, she can try to hope all she wants, but the next jump isn't guaranteed. And if it is, she'd really like some fucking context. Now, with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed. And have an amazing day. I'll catch you guys in the next part.